Let me see if I can adjust it. Oh, so if I bring it this way, okay, so I can bring it. All right, so I can bring it like that. I like to see the whole for chaka. Did you see? All right, good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to present something for you guys. You know, get away from the usual nonsense that they're producing on social media. It's so tiring. It's so exhausting. It's the same stories over and over and over again. Hi, Ingrid, darling. So I said, you know what? I can't do this every day. I can't do this with these people. I'm going to lose my mind. So I said, you know what? Let me see if I can find some other content. So my darlings, this beautiful black Jamaican chick right here, isn't she gorgeous? Well, this happened a couple of months ago. So let's listen up.
1989, in Port Antonio, Jamaica, to her parents Hyacinth Farron and Paul Anderson. She received an associate degree in business studies with a major in marketing from Excelsior Community College. In 2009, she crossed paths with a man by the name of Andre McDonald in Jamaica. Andreen was 10 years younger than Andre. Later on, Andreen relocated to the United States with him, and they got married. At the time they met, Andre was serving in the Air Force and was stationed in Florida. After a year, Andre was eventually sent to the Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. After relocating, the couple quickly became parents to their daughter, Elena. Andreen McDonald attended the University of Texas San Antonio and graduated with a Bachelor of Business Administration degree in finance. Shortly afterwards, she and her husband launched a home health care company, Starlight Homes Assisted Living, which Andreen managed. At 22 years old, Andreen was managing a successful business using the lessons she learned in life and school to pursue her passion for ownership. She always strived to be the best in everything that she did.
Yes, ma'am!
Yeah, Andreen. Coming up to that personal record, fixing it.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
13% body fat.
Dang, girl. Good job, Dream. Proud of you.
So the reason this part is being highlighted too is because she was practicing weightlifting and, bodybuilding, which was brought up in the court case in the defense.
Oh.
Thank you.
Come on. Two more.
Let me eat up my coffee.
Come on, one more.
I love you guys.
Andreen was living the American dream.
Well, the last happiness me have for the morning, cause me I tell the truth. Andreen, I will kill me all the time. Yo, Andreen, I will kill me all the time. I run left because Lord. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, me know, man. Once it's not so. Me know. Let me put this on pause. Once it not have to do with mix up and so and say and this. Well, this is what Uno go and get on I'm a Rasta for Life. Me tired of the whole of Uno. We don't know mix up story. Uno mix up this. Uno carry go bring come out these things. Me tired. So that means that Uno want to get little entertainment from somewhere else other than the a Three Blind Mice and the whole heap of carry go bring come and the mix up story and all these things. Me tired is tired and me not dealing with it no more. New content, new everything. Me tired of the whole of them. So Uno watch this. Uno know want to watch it. Log off and go upon the mix up people them. Good. Me tired of Uno. A pretty girl.
Happy birthday to me.
Slow down, yeah.
But them are mad out. I purple, darling.
She had a beautiful,
Sure.
loving family and appeared to be in a happy marriage. Sadly, their seemingly happy marriage would take a tragic turn. On February 28, 2019, Andreen would go missing. Her phone was deactivated and no one had any further communication with her. The day following Andrine's disappearance, one of her employees contacted her friend, Carol Gamber, to express concern about Andrine's absence from work and unresponsiveness on the phone. Unable to get in touch with Andrine, Gamber proceeded to the McDonald residence and discovered suspicious evidence in the master bathroom, a light switch stained with blood. Gamber attempted to reach out to Andre but received no response. In desperation, she contacted Andrine's mother, Maureen Smith, who accompanied
Madam and Madam, we're watching Viral Crimes, where this young lady, Jamaican, and her husband, they left Jamaica, came to America to live the, wonderful dream. And she opened up a assisted care living. You see what I tell you with these people on the think is joke, okay? And she opened up an assisted care living place, her and her husband. And now, all of a sudden, right, she's missing in action. So this is the story of why and how she became missing. This is her mother.
her back to the house to view the disturbing evidence. Maureen subsequently contacted the police to report her daughter missing. When Andre arrived at the house, he claimed to be unaware of Andrine's whereabouts, and he then left to search for her in a nearby hospital. These events sparked an extensive investigation by the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. However, on the very day that Andrine was reported missing, Andre secured legal representation and was uncooperative with police. After a few days, he was apprehended for allegedly tampering with evidence. Later, it was uncovered that he had recently purchased certain items, such as gas cans, an axe, a hatchet, gloves, and heavy-duty black trash bags, from a Lowe's store. After almost 5 months, the remains of Andrine McDonald were discovered on private property near their residence, and it was determined that her death was a result of homicide.
After more than 130 days, Andrine McDonald's family finally has some closure.
As sad and as horrible as it is, it's also a celebratory moment because we found her. We found her.
Wow.
Andrine's cousin Donna is thankful for everyone who searched for her.
But I really thank the people for the love and the care and the concern that they've shown for my cousin.
Investigators found her on private property off Speth Road in North Bexar County.
Once we were able to positively identify her, that's what led us to go ahead and draw up the warrant, the arrest warrant for Andre for the murder.
This morning,
and remember, guys, this is American news, right? This is what goes on in America. This is not Jamaica. This is right here in the US of A. And this is a Jamaican. This is a Jamaican dude who, lives in America. And this is what happened to him in America.
Andrine's husband, Andre, was in handcuffs. He walked in front of our cameras this afternoon with no emotion on his face.
Because I think he's happy with what he's done. When you
Ingrid.
with what you've done, then you get that kind of look. You behave in that way.
Consequently, Andre McDonald was charged with murder, and he remained quiet for almost 4 years while out on bond. Unexpectedly, just before the trial was set to begin, Andrine's sister and mother received a shocking phone call from Andre, in which he confessed the truth. Prior to the start of Andre McDonald's murder trial, with opening statements expected on January 23rd, Cindy Johnson, the sister of the victim Andrine, received a call from an unknown number. To her surprise, it was Andre on the other end of the line. During her testimony, Cindy recounted the phone conversation, in which Andre expressed a desire to speak to her and her mother.
Today, jurors heard from McDonald's sister-in-law, who says Andre called her last week and confessed to killing his wife, Andrine.
Prosecutors said in their opening statements that Andre McDonald called his mother-in-law on Friday, saying he wanted her to know how her daughter died. Speaking softly, Cindy Johnson told jurors what she says her brother-in-law, Andre McDonald, told her he did to her sister, Andrine. Johnson says Andre admitted on the phone to both her and his mother-in-law that he lost it with Andrine when he found out she was potentially hiding assets from him.
You realize that Andrine have another business that's only in her name, and you realize that Andrine is stealing from me.
Okay, so he found out. Now listen to this. This is a husband and wife. He found out that she had and was operating another business in her own name. her own little business on the side. And he found out that she had these monies, again, individually for herself. The man went buck wild. But again, remember that she's a weight trainer, she lift weight, she do all kind of things. Hold on a little bit. You know I got here. Hey, only in America.
In Prosecutor Stephen Spears' opening statement, he said McDonald became so enraged he admitted to hurting Andreen in front of the couple's only child, a young girl who is a high-functioning autistic child.
He stomped on Andreen in front of their 8-year-old autistic daughter in the main bathroom.
Okay, so they have an autistic daughter, right? Who has autism, right? But she's high functioning. And according to the court case now, he stomped her. He used his foot on his wife and stomped her to the ground. Now listen up.
Andreen McDonald's body was found months later in a northern Bexar County field. During McDonald's alleged confession last week, Johnson says he admitted he considered chopping up her body, but changed his mind.
I remember the odor, but I think he take off our clothes and burn it and then put our body in.
Defense attorney John Convery told jurors this is a case about responsibility, not murder.
That results in the death of Andreen McDonald. Virtually everything after that has to do with panic, fear.
Oh, you know Ingrid? Oh, Ingrid know everything. Oh, she must have seen it already. Ingrid, don't give it away, man. God, Ingrid.
Additionally,
Cha!
Andreen's friend Carol Gamble stated that Andreen was a creature of habit and had previously confided in her that if something ever happened to her, it would be because of Andre. Andre reported that he completed a 6-month training course in Alabama in 2016, which was years before the murder, and that upon his return, he observed a shift in Andreen's behavior. He said that he eventually filed for divorce, but decided to work things out with Andreen. A couple of years later, Andre observed that Andreen had acquired 2 new tattoos in 2018, one of which was the letter A and a date.
Me say when Ingrid and Debbie and Honeybee reach in at the schoolyard, them just a flap for them mouth. Them just a chat. Oh, no, stop talk. Because I've never seen this before, so yeah. But as them reaching at the schoolyard, the 3 of them with them blabber mouth. Stop telling me anything. I watched the way you call it. Not everybody see it. Me just see it. I was in shock. I didn't even know this was going on. But when them 3 meet up in at the schoolyard, you not see how it go. Yeah, baby. Yes, madam, I'm mad out. Yeah, man. So I was shocked. I didn't hear this. I didn't see this story.
He noticed the tattoos while they were at a friend's home on the 4th of July. Andre became angry because he thought it had to do with a previous boyfriend of Andreen from their home country of Jamaica, who he believed Andreen was having an affair.
Okay, so he saw that Andreen had these new tattoos on her arm with, the letter A, whatever, right? Now he gets all jealous because he remembers there was somebody in Jamaica who she was attached to. So now he's thinking that the 2 of them have wherever. Okay, good, right? All right. Okay, good. Oh, Arlene too. Arlene, if Uno say one more word about the father and the son, I'm to Uno. This is supposed to be a climax. No, sir. Uno will give a story. Listen, it's not everybody know the story. And we say the whole of Uno just the father and the son. If Uno say it one more time, Ingrid, get on your job. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Okay, shh.
Affair with. They left the friend's home right away, and they argued as they drove back home. During Andre's testimony, he described waiting for Andreen at the tax office in February and noticing some discrepancies in the paperwork related to their joint property on Scarsdale. Specifically, he saw that Andreen had created a new business called Elena's Property Management and was conducting construction for their 4th facility under this new business, even though it was originally planned to be done under their shared assisted living joint business, Starlight Homes. This surprised Andre because he had previously edited the business plan and submitted it under Starlight Homes. However, the new paperwork indicated that the business plan was now under Elena Property Management, which Andre had not been informed about. As a result, Andre concluded that Andreen was stealing from him.
Okay. How is it the woman, the wife, right? Okay, she built a business. You married to her. Okay. She built a little business. Now she go venture off, she go do something else, right? By herself. And you take it upon yourself and say she has steal from you. I never hear this before in my life. You see how America go? Okay, so now him a say, now she dead and kill her off. Him a say him so upset or she secretly, privately go open up next business without his knowledge. Because in America, guys, the husband rules. Oh yeah, don't get it twisted. You could have murdered your wife, but you still rule. Okay? I saw them look on it over here. Listen up. Because even though he gets sentenced, listen, oh America run.
Following a day-long argument, Andre left home and went to a park to gather himself, and did not return until midnight, assuming that Andreen would be asleep. Upon entering the living room area, he discovered that Andreen was sitting on the couch. He informed her of his intention to visit a divorce lawyer to file for divorce the following day after work. He stated that this sent Andreen into a rage, and the argument resumed when she followed him into their bedroom. During the altercation, he claimed Andreen insulted him and began cursing him in Jamaican patois, calling him homophobic slurs, telling him to perform inappropriate acts on his mother, spat in his face, and got physically close to him.
You know what that means when she cuss him to go up on the imuma. We know what that means. Call him, slurs, homophobic slurs. You see how they word things so nice? Other than them saying the other way we talk. You see how they just, describe it real decent and nice. Homophobic slurs. We know what that means, right? Body man. And, go up underneath his mother. We know what that means, when we say, God's, we know what, but the way they word it is just fantastic. So anywho, so what they're trying to show now, the defense, right, is that this is a bodybuilding woman who's strong and firm, and she went ballistic on her husband. Listen up.
At that point, he said, he grabbed her face and slammed his forehead into hers, causing her to bleed. According to Andre, when Andreen realized that she was bleeding, she attacked him.
Andre McDonald's attorneys painted the Air Force major as smaller and weaker than Andreen.
Yeah,
they showed jurors video.
Watch her. Watch. Look.
All that to convince the panel that Andre tripped and kicked his wife in self-defense during a violent fight. She spit and charged at him, he says, when he told her he'd divorce her because she cut him out of a lucrative business deal.
Look at him.
It's still not clear how Andre McDonald died. The medical examiner testified there were hammer marks on her bones from blows that could have been fatal. McDonald said he buried her body and returned later to beat the corpse out of anger.
What?
4 months after that, a man discovered Andreen's body burned, too.
Andre McDonald.
Wait there. In dig back up the body and beat the body. Oh, what kind of mental? The man dig back up in wife and beat her in a rage? Oh, what?
Did not intentionally or knowingly murder Andreen McDonald. Whether he was reckless is for you to decide.
For 10 hours, jurors were deadlocked. So today, Judge Frank Castro essentially encouraged them to meet again and try harder.
You're instructed to continue deliberations in an effort to arrive at a verdict which is acceptable to all members of the jury.
They couldn't come to a verdict. Can you imagine? The jury was deadlocked. Could not come up with a guilty or a not guilty. Why? These are the things that's presented in court that we are not privy to because we're not there. But all this information comes up, all this hidden information, because he has very good defense lawyers. Hello. Listen.
2 hours after Castro's instruction, the jury reached its verdict.
Following 2 days of deliberation, the jury found Andre guilty of manslaughter, but not guilty of murder.
You hear that? Did you hear that? He's found guilty of manslaughter, not murder. So what was presented in court was very, 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 very effective and good on his part. But because of the heinous way and because of what he said himself about redigging up the body and beating up the body is what do him over. At that there, his confession, that's what did him in. If he didn't say all of that and didn't reveal all of that, he would have practically got away with murder. But in chat too much.
Judge Frank Castro presided over the sentencing and addressed Andre's actions, including burning Andrine's body, beating it with a hammer, and desecrating her remains. The judge noted that Andre's behavior seemed to reflect that of a serial killer and was inconsistent with his military career. Additionally, the judge expressed concern over Andre's lack of emotion during the trial. Despite the judge's expectation for Andre to show remorse to the family, he remained matter-of-fact and displayed no compassion. As a result, Andre received the maximum sentence of 20 years. Andrine's sister and father made victim impact statements, and a letter from Melania was read aloud, expressing her devastation and holding Andre responsible for the loss of her mother.
Andre, we know I love you. In spite of everything, all the evidence, you know I love you. And that love can't change. You hurt me. You hurt my family. I entrust you with Andrew. We have a lot of fun together, you and I. We spoke like brothers. We spoke like father and son. I want to tell you, you hurt me. It's like when I first met you, it's like I received my son that had died. And now I lost my daughter. And I feel like I lost a second son. But I want you to know, in spite of everything, I forgive you. Where I stand now, I will not hurt you. I will never hurt you. I will never hurt your family. I love you. And when I say I love you, that cannot change.
As a result of tampering with evidence, Andre was given an additional 5-year sentence a week later. In an unexpected development, Andre's father, Everton Beachy Stout McDonald, is awaiting trial for the murder of 2 of his wives in 2009 and 2020.
Mercy.
According to Loop Jamaica News, Everton is set to go to trial in September for the alleged murder for hire of his second wife. What happened to Andrine was a horrible tragedy. She was a great person who spent her time helping others and didn't deserve what happened to her. She didn't get a chance to live her life and reach her full potential. She didn't deserve for her life to be taken. She should be here. She was betrayed by her husband and father of her child, and now a little girl is without both of her parents. My condolences to her friends and family. May you continue to heal and one day find peace.
Isn't that sad? The little girl now has no mother and no father. Now, as you see, it have to be something in the DNA, because his father is going through the same incident. That's why earlier on you see everybody saying, you know, the father and the son and this, that. Yeah, because him papa is doing the same thing. So it looked like he learned this behavior from his father. Serious, real talk, right? Because him father doing 2, them say, 2 woman, wife, murder them off. Now you have the son presenting the same behavior, right? The same exact behavior. And this is news in America, guys. It's not just Jamaica, these things happen. Now we're in America, Alabama, wherever, you know, down south where these Jamaicans were. And she, you know, opened up. And in these areas, it's easier to open up these kind of businesses, right? Because they're widespread and they got all these spaces and everything, which was a good idea. And they was working on their business and doing wonderful. And everything just went because of what? Money, finances, who's hiding this, who are hide this your money, who, but then him still have a kind of an illness like him father.
Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
I hope you guys like this. It was very, I had wanted to share it with you, other than us doing the same usual nonsense. So, there's a lot of news out there that we can cover. And I, again, thank Viral Crimes. I had to give them credit so they don't come and strike me and do all kind of thing. Everybody got mad. So I gave them credit for that. So, yeah, that's the American news, guys. Them said, Nicola, they said 2 of his wives. 2. All right. How come? How come it took them 5 months to find her? But them people really out of order. If he's not telling you where he put the body, then it's gonna take long. Him have to confess, say him put the body here and there. Then the people then will go search and find the body. He didn't do that. He's another Maitland. Yeah, I said it. Right? But this is American news, right? So he apparently didn't tell them where the body. You see how these people wicked? Oh God. And the business guy, well, I hope the mother took over the business. I don't know. It's just very sad. But I'm just showing that it just does not happen only in Jamaica. It's worldwide where people are doing stuff. It's not just in Jamaica. Right here in America, yeah, have everybody gone mad too. This is what I'm trying to show you. So people don't need to blame everything on Jamaica, even though we love our Jamaican people and so forth. But here in America, you have other crimes. And this is like a crime of passion. And the reason they gave him manslaughter is because they really believed he didn't intend to kill her. It was her strength, her body build, and everything else were in littler than she. And in America, if you can't prove, say, I saw it go, it's a possibility, say, true, she big and she broad, that she have more possibility to beat him up more than him, beat her up. And if he can prove he was trying to defend himself from her spitting on him and doing all these things in a rage and so forth, they will take these things into consideration when they are sentencing you. But because of the tampering of the evidence, and he's not revealing, I suppose, I'm not sure, allegedly, where the body was. This is why it took them so long to find the body, and they did. Oh, okay. So he said when he put her there, the place was not as overgrown as when they found her. Of course, because, time goes by. But yeah, guys, so more than us go over the same, nonsense, we need to find other content that is more entertaining in our kinds of way, but it's not talking about, other people that's insignificant. So we could do this, right? Because after a while it gets boring and monotonous, and I've did my part on YouTube, watch hours and so forth. I've given you a little entertainment, some little drama and so forth, and we can just continue back how we were in the beginning. And Ingrid, what's the date? Oh, today's Friday. Well, you never know. Tonight might be karaoke or tomorrow because I'm on vacation. So get with it, get ready. We might do karaoke tonight. I love you guys. I can't show my face. I'm a wreck. My face, everything here, everything terrible. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving and I'm stuffed. Yeah, he's wicked. Even though them say manslaughter, he's still wicked because he feels like her life is not worth anything. You're hiding money, you're opening businesses without my knowledge. I'm your husband, you can't do that. And this is what you do, right? Okay. More than you try to, well, he did say he was looking at divorce, but she became angry when he mentioned divorce. And apparently it went into this where I suppose he's doing self-defense. And the American court believes him. So he's not charged for murder. Please remember this, guys. He is not charged for murder. All right? He's charged for manslaughter.
The maximum sentence of 20 years. Andrine's sister and
acceptable to all members of the jury.
Less than 2 hours after Castro's instruction, the jury reached its verdict.
Following 2 days of deliberation, the jury found Andre guilty of manslaughter, but not guilty of murder. Judge Frank Castro presided over the sentencing and addressed Andre's actions, including burning Andreen.
You hear that, guys? Which means that gives you an opportunity now to go Google up the difference between manslaughter and murder. Because in America, under the judicial court system, manslaughter and murder are two different charges. He went to Lowe's and bought, oh. So that's premeditation. Okay, so that's premeditation of, so he's saying he did all of that to defend himself. Something went on, we just don't know, in the court thingy here, where all of this is also taken into account, honeybee, right? All of that's taken into account after, and I suppose that's where the tampering of the evidence comes in, where he was just being very deceitful and dishonest and all of these things, trying to hide stuff. Oh, after she was already dead. What? Oh, because he did want to beat up the dead body. Oh, my Lord, help me. No, sir. Yeah, because he did beat up the body after he dig it up. No, man. What kind of mental? No, sir. That the part they really get me. Man want to dig. Wait. Hold on, because we have little time. Let's explore. Let's explore. For those who missed it. Okay, darlings, hold on.
Cindy Johnson told jurors what she says her brother-in-law, Andre McDonald, told her he did to her sister, Andreen. Johnson says Andre admitted on the phone to both her and his mother-in-law that he lost it with Andreen when he found out she was potentially hiding assets from him.
You realize that Andreen have another business that's only in her name, and you realize that Andreen is stealing from me.
Nicola, you ain't right. Nicola, I'm sending off your stuff tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but the guy went to Manhattan to print out the label. So I said, you know what? Let me do it tomorrow. So I'll do it tomorrow, baby. All right, darling. But yeah, that ain't nice. His daddy probably told him to. I shouldn't laugh. It's
Prosecutor
not
Stephen
funny.
Spears' opening statement, he said McDonald became so enraged he admitted to hurting Andreen in front of the couple's only child, a young girl who is a high-functioning autistic
Thank you for your order, Nicola. And I put something special in for you, darling. Yes, I did.
In the main bathroom.
Andreen McDonald's body was found months
I
later
love you,
in a
Nicola.
northern Bexar County field. During McDonald's alleged confession last week, Johnson says he admitted he considered chopping up her body, but changed his mind.
I don't remember the
Love you, Nicola.
but I think he take off her clothes and burn it and then put her body in the car.
Defense attorney John Convery told jurors this is a case about responsibility, not murder.
That results in the death of Andreen McDonald. Virtually everything after that has to do with panic, fear, hiding, disposing of the body.
Okay, so what they're saying, you see, this is it. So what they're saying, that results in the death of Andreen McDonald. Virtually everything after that has to do with panic, fear, hiding, and disposing of the body. You see how American law is? American law, you know, they go into all kind of arenas. These are the things that will occur with you when you're now deciding how you're going to handle what you've done. And because you're so in panic and you got so much fear, and now you got to think of hiding and disposing of the body in your mental state. This is how the American courts run. You know, all of these things have to be taken into account, Your Honor. Okay? This is America. All right.
During the trial, the prosecution presented over 30 witnesses, while the defense only had Andre McDonald as their sole witness. Additionally, Andreen's friend Carol Gamber stated that Andreen was a creature of habit and had previously confided in her that if something ever happened to her, it would be because of Andre.
A creature of habit. So she knows about his father and what he's up to, right? She know. Now she got to think, is his son the same way? Oh, yes, he is. So I'm sorry, Andreen, RRP. But yeah, you see that? Yes, he is. He's the same way.
Andre reported that he completed a 6-month training course in Alabama in 2016, which was years before the murder, and that upon his return, he observed a shift in Andreen's behavior. He said that he eventually filed for divorce, but decided to work things out with Andreen. A couple of years later, Andre observed that Andreen had acquired 2 new tattoos in 2018, one of which was the letter A and a date. He noticed the tattoos while they were at a friend's home on the 4th of July. Andre became angry because he thought it had to do with a previous boyfriend of Andreen from their home country of Jamaica, who he believed Andreen was having an affair with. They left the friend's home right away, and they argued as they drove back home. During Andre's testimony, he described waiting for Andreen at the tax office in February and noticing some discrepancies in the paperwork related to their joint property on Scarsdale. Specifically, he saw that Andreen had created a new business called Elena's Property Management and was conducting construction for their 4th facility under this new business, even though it was originally planned to be done under their shared assisted living joint business, Starlight Homes. This surprised Andre because he had previously edited the business plan and submitted it under Starlight Homes. However, the new paperwork indicated that the business plan was now under Elena Property Management, which Andre had not been informed about. As a result, Andre concluded that Andreen was stealing from him. Following a day-long argument, Andre left home and went to a park to gather himself, and did not return until midnight, assuming that Andreen would be asleep. Upon entering the living room area, he discovered that Andreen was sitting on the couch. He informed her of his intention to visit a divorce lawyer to file for divorce the following day after work. He stated that this sent Andreen into a rage, and the argument resumed when she followed him into their bedroom. During the altercation, he claimed Andreen insulted him and began cursing him in Jamaican patois, calling him homophobic slurs, telling him to perform inappropriate acts on his mother, spat in his face, and got physically close to him. At that point, he said, he grabbed her face and slammed his forehead into hers, causing her to bleed. According to Andre, when Andreen realized that she was bleeding, she attacked him.
Andre McDonald's attorneys painted the Air Force major as smaller and weaker than Andreen. They showed jurors video of her carrying him and working out. All that to convince the panel that Andre tripped and kicked his wife in self-defense during a violent fight. She spit and charged at him, he says, when he told her he'd divorce her because she cut him out of a lucrative business deal.
No, Jamaican.
How Andre McDonald died. The medical examiner testified there were hammer marks on her bones from blows that could have been fatal. But McDonald said he buried her body and returned later to beat the corpse out of anger. 4 months after that, a man discovered Andreen's body burned, too.
Andre McDonald did not intentionally or knowingly murder Andreen McDonald. Whether he was reckless is for you to decide.
For 10 hours, jurors were deadlocked. So today, Judge Frank Castro essentially encouraged them to meet again and try harder.
You're instructed to continue deliberations in an effort to arrive at a verdict which is acceptable to all members of the jury.
Less than 2 hours after Castro's instruction, the jury reached its verdict.
Following 2 days of deliberation, the jury found Andre guilty of manslaughter, but not guilty of murder. Judge Frank Castro presided over the sentencing and addressed Andre's actions, including burning Andreen's body, beating it with a hammer, and desecrating her remains. The judge noted that Andre's behavior seemed to reflect that of a serial killer and was inconsistent with his military career. Additionally, the judge expressed concern over Andre's lack of emotion during the trial. Despite the judge's expectation for Andre to show remorse to the family, he remained matter of fact and displayed no compassion. As a result, Andre received the maximum sentence of 20 years. Andrine's sister and father made victim impact statements, and a letter from Elena was read aloud, expressing her devastation and holding Andre responsible for the loss of her mother.
Andre, you know I love you. In spite of everything, all the evidence, you know I love you. And that love can't change. You hurt me. You hurt my family. I entrust you with Andrew. We have a lot of fun together, you and I. We spoke like brothers. We spoke like father and son. And I want to tell you, you hurt me. It's like when I first met you, it's like I received my son that had died. I know I lost my daughter, and I feel like I lost a second son. But I want you to know, in spite of everything, I forgive you. Where I stand now, I won't hurt you. I will never hurt you. I will never hurt your family. I love you. And when I say I love you, that cannot change.
As a result of tampering with evidence, Andre was given an additional 5-year sentence a week later. In an unexpected development, Andre's father, Everton Beachy Stout McDonald, is awaiting trial for the murder of 2 of his wives in 2009 and 2020. According to Loop Jamaica News, Everton is set to go...
So that's why the judge, because the judge also has record of his family history and so forth, and that's why the judge made the statement. He appears to have these serial killer tendencies. So, serial killer, you go, that's like 1 or 2 or more people you're doing this to. So I figure he knows about the father and his situation also. So in America, this is how they do stuff. They look into everything, they go over everything, and then they find a reason as to why things happen in your brain, and they go all in and do all kind of stuff. Well, he got 25 years, right, for this manslaughter thingy, because they're privy to information that we don't know about. If we were there, we would have heard everything to say, well, blah blah blah, but we're not there. So manslaughter is completely different than murder. So he'll be out in, say, around 10 years if he's not out already. I don't even know when this was. I think it was this year. So he could do up to 9 years in America, and that's it. I don't know what's going on with Ingrid and Caribbean B and all of them, but they went buck wild in the schoolyard. I'm keeping out of it. I'm not getting involved with none of these little pickaninny in the schoolyard. Them not no behavior. Then start on them one another. Who said this? Who not to do this? Who said me? Don't bring me in it. So with that, I hope you guys. Oh, they're appealing it, honeybee. Yeah, you see that? So I don't even know. This is the first I came across this thing, but I found it interesting because I didn't know. But this is in America, right? So I want to present more news that's going on in America about our people, West Indian, as opposed to what's going on in Jamaica. Me not look pan no go finish off on a thing. In other people then schoolyard, me no see no me I talk about the people them on viral crimes. Mr. James McKinney, thank you for having this piece. I gave you credit on the thingy because I don't want to be taking your stuff and don't give you credit. So I really appreciate it that you presented this piece. And yeah, guys, you can go follow Viral Crimes. I just came across it and I found it to be very entertaining and interesting, darlings. Yeah. Oh, here they go. You know what? Now they're making up and saying sorry. You see how these kids are? Me say as they reaching out the schoolyard, then start kick down them one another. Then say they're sorry, then forget, them never mean it, them a play. And everybody I skip to me loo, all and everything is nice. You see how we go over here in the Rasta classroom? Yeah. So when they reach out the schoolyard, then get kind of crazy, but then calm down a little bit. Yeah, this is how we do. So I think Honeybee's good, Ingrid's good, Nicole is good. Okay. Yeah, okay, baby. Later, guys. I'm going to, but thank you. I love you guys too. Wanna pick up on a clean, nice, beautiful, productive self because you know we do stuff over here. I gotta go too. Love you guys. Mwah.